Well, if you don't know who Cleans are, well, allow me to politely drag you out from under your rock and introduce you to the latest release, which is the Cleens Podium. I'll be honest, I was looking forward to this one. The ads have been relentless. Honestly, all my feeds filled with these ads, more targeted than a Love Island casting call. So today, we're digging into the podium. Design, materials, pricing, and sizing. And yes, we'll be addressing that very obvious Prada shape, shadow in the corner. One thing I like about Cleans is the fact that they do give you that luxury experience. And you can tell by the box, this is a lovely box. This is not normal from Cleans. Usually it's a white box with black writing, but here you've got this lovely box. I don't really talk about boxes. It's blue and it goes into a light blue, so there's a nice little gradient, so add to the luxury feel. So what do we have inside? So they give you stuff bag, which is lovely. Cleans tissue paper. Oh, spare laces. That's nice. Quite thick laces, which is nice. And here they are. Bad boys. The podium. Yeah, very nice. Few scuffs, but very nice. Oh, I do have to say, I do really like these. Now seeing them in hand, they're very nice. There's something about them which is really nice. Now, I haven't had any America's Cup Pradas, but I've seen them. My brother used to have a pair, and I thought they were really nice. But these, they're not bad. Now, visually, yes, it's hard to ignore the resemblance. You're probably thinking that looks like the Prada America's Cup, and you wouldn't be wrong. You've got that early 2000s Tech Runner vibe, glossy leather overlay, chunky silhouette, and a bit of a mesh. It's not subtle, it's confident, it's leaning into nostalgia, but in a curated, not costumey way. Right, let's get into the build, because this is where Cleans have done their homework. Now, the podium uses genuine Italian leather, paired with breathable mesh and a sculpted outsole that feels purposeful, built, not pasted on. And it's not just about what it's made from, it's about where. These are assembled in Portugal, which has quietly become a hotspot for quality European sneaker production. Yes, this is Portugal. Now, here's the fun detail. People love to sneer at anything made in China, but over 80% of the luxury goods are made there. Since those tariffs, China has been selling this and pushing this on TikTok. So yes, even your £700 designer trainers are probably being stitched up in the same zip code as your phone charger.
Oh, it's my own damn fault that I'm falling for you. We haven't even talked, still I'm obsessed with you. Was it your milky eyes or your skin? I don't know.
With the podiums, you're getting European build quality, Italian leather, and a clean finish that genuinely holds up in the hand, pun intended. It doesn't scream luxury, it whispers it. Well made, well judged, no fuss. So, let's talk money. Now, £190, alright, that is not cheap. That's incomparable with some of these Jordan retros. Yeah, but it's also not outrageous for the level it's trying to pitch at. It's in the accessible luxury bracket. And if you didn't know, when you realize that the Prada America's Cup is £690, suddenly this feels like a clever bit of spending. Nah, let's talk about size. I previously got the Cleens runners in true to size. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. You can work with it. Don't don't get me wrong, you can work with these trainers, but it is quite narrow at the toe box. So, and I think I mentioned that in my other video. Well, this time around, I went half a size up. And I recommend if your feet are more hobbit than human, you might want to go half a size up, 100%. Otherwise, you are good. So there's two things that I haven't mentioned here. First thing is the weight. Now, the weight of this trainer, it does feel heavier. It does feel solid, but that adds to the luxury. Now, I know these days we're looking at lighter and more comfort and everything like that, but these are heavier. And it's not just really heavier, but it doesn't matter because it gives that luxury feel. I'm sorry, it gives that luxury feel. It looks good. It makes it feel like it's solid. All right, another thing is, I have mentioned it already, it's the comfort. 100% half the size up because it's so much more comfortable. 100% more comfortable. And I remember wearing the essential runners that was tight around the toe box, and I thought it's going to take a degree of breaking in, but these, nah, half the size up, worlds apart, much more comfortable. So, who is this for? Is this for the guy who appreciates the Prada silhouette, but doesn't need a logo the size of Billboard to prove it? Or is it for someone who wants design over hype, materials over noise? And sure, there's no women version yet, but if you've got that right feet and the right eye, the Podium isn't gatekeeping anyone. It's a smart shoe, minimalist, and intentional. You know when you got a good trainer or a good sneaker for you Americans, you got your sneaker when the top looks good, when the top looks sweet, then you're more confident and you think the rest looks sweet as well, you know, when you're walking down the street. So there's a couple of trainers that don't look sweet when you're looking at it from the top. One being the 1960 New Balance. It does look wide foot, it looks it looks off-putting, but it's a good looking trainer. This looks good from the top, from the side, from the back, from the front, you know what I mean. Anyway, so is the Cleens Podium a Prada Americans Cup? I would say no. Is it something more interesting? A love letter to the silhouette, reinterpreted for real world wear at a fraction of the price? You're getting proper materials, confident design, and just enough edge to spark conversation without screaming for it. Let me know what you think. Would you wear these, or is the resemblance too Prada, a little too on the nose? Either way, same time next week. More shoes, less yacht club. Guys, thanks for watching, and remember, it's only a knocker if you got something to prove.
My 2 feet steady on the ground. With you I found my reason. Yeah, to keep chasing what we found. You're a highlight.